Hey everybody, welcome to Fluent Football. My name is Matt. Today we are talking tactics. I have 13 action words and phrases that you need to know when discussing football tactics. So stick around to hear all of those. Alright, so first one up is to dummy an opponent, to dummy someone. Dummy just means that you pretend to do something, but then you do something else. So if you act like you want to dribble to the left and the defender moves in that direction, and then you change direction and dribble to the right, you dummy your opponent. An example sentence could be Messi dummied his opponent to the left and dribbled right. Number 2 is to step over the ball. This is a very specific type of dummying. It's when you have a free kick and you have 2, maybe 3 players all ready to take the free kick. One of them runs up to the ball. They pretend they are going to kick the ball, but they don't. They just step over the ball. So you can say they step over the ball, or you can even say they dummy the free kick. An example sentence, Mahrez ran up for the free kick and stepped over the ball. Then De Bruyne took the kick and scored a goal. Number 3 is to pin an opponent. This is the idea that you want a defender, someone who's marking you, to stay in a specific position. So usually it would be the striker, maybe the winger, who wants to keep a defender in the center or wants to keep them out on the wing. Okay, so they don't move from that position. They stay there, and then the defender has to stay with them. They pin the opponent. An example sentence could be Giroud is staying in the center to pin the defender and stop them from moving into the half space. Number 4 is the exact opposite of pin an opponent. It's to drag an opponent out of position, to drag a defender out of position. Most commonly, I think you see it where the wingers and the fullbacks, the winger will move out very wide, and then the fullback defending has to move with them, and it creates space, usually in the half space or maybe in the center, but they drag the defender out of position. So an example sentence could be Neymar runs out to the wing to drag the defender out of position and opens up the half space. Number 5 is a very common phrase, to stretch the defense. So usually when a team is defending, they want to be compact, they want to stay tight and close together. When you stretch the defense, you play in a way that forces them to open up. They have to pull open, and this creates spaces in between the players. So we say stretch the defense, usually done by switching play to the opposite sides, and the team has to move and they have to open up. We say to stretch the defense. Example sentence, Manchester United are playing in the wide areas to stretch the defense. If you want to stretch the defense, you need players to do this one, number 6, to provide width. Provide width. If you provide width, it means you are the player who plays in the wide areas on the wings and creates this idea of stretching the defense. So usually it's the role of the wingers, and more commonly these days the wing backs. Example sentence, Wan-Bissaka dribbles to the wing to provide width for the attack. Number 7, to drop deep. Most commonly you hear this when we are speaking about strikers, or maybe sometimes midfield players who play up in an aggressive and attacking position. To drop deep means to move closer towards the midfield or closer to your defensive end so that you can receive the ball. We say to drop deep. An example, Haaland drops deep into the midfield to receive the ball and plays it on to the winger. Number 8 is a very common one, to square the ball. A little strange, after all, a ball is round, it is not square. But when we say square the ball, it means to pass the ball in a very specific way. So in this case, the pass is not forward, the pass is not back, it's a lateral pass, directly across, usually used in an attacking situation, particularly when you get very close to the box and the winger wants to square the ball across to the striker. Square the ball. Example, Mbappe dribbles through the half space into the box, sees Messi in the center, and squares the ball. Number 9, to gain ground. This just means that your team is moving up the pitch. If you start off in the defensive third and then move into the midfield, you have gained ground. If you go from the midfield into the attacking or final third, then again, you have gained ground to move up the pitch. Example, Varane plays the ball into the midfield and the team gain ground. Number 10, to circulate the ball. Very simple, it just means to pass the ball around, usually when you're waiting for or looking for the right moment to make an attack, when you want to break through beyond the defensive line or break into the midfield, whatever you're trying to do, wherever you're trying to gain ground, you circulate the ball. You pass from one player to another, waiting for that moment. Circulate the ball. Example, Brighton are circulating the ball, looking for the right moment to attack. Number 11, very important, when you circulate the ball, you need to give someone an option. When you do this, it just means that you make yourself open, you make yourself available to receive a pass. So you move away from an opponent or you move into space to make sure that your teammate with the ball has someone to give the ball to give someone an option. For example, Silva moves out to the wing into open space to give Cancelo an option. Number 12, you hear this one a lot talking about football tactics, to create an overload. An overload means that you have an area of the pitch where you have more players from your team than the opposing team. So it could be out on the wing in the midfield that you have 4 players there and the opposing team only has 3 players, in which case you have created an overload. Example, the striker and the winger drop deep into the midfield to create an overload. Number 13, to shield the ball. This just means to protect the ball from an opponent. Usually you see players, they put their arms out to stop an opponent running around and getting the ball. Usually used when the ball is going out and you want to get a corner or you want to get a goal kick. You shield the ball and let it go. Or maybe the ball is going towards your goalkeeper. You don't want to touch it. You want the keeper to pick it up, but there is an attacker behind you, so you shield the ball. Example, the through ball has too much power on it and Fofana shields the ball back to the keeper. So there you are, guys. Those were your 13 words and phrases for discussing football tactics. I hope it was useful. If it was, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. It helps me out a lot and it makes sure that you get all the latest content. Thanks very much, guys. Have a good one.